Hello everybody, my name is Arjun. I'm 29 years old and I live in Amsterdam, and I recently finished my PhD in computational chemistry from University of Amsterdam. Through this video, I want to tell 5 key things that you need to know before you start a PhD in Netherlands. A lot of friends and family actually asked me these things, and I thought of making a YouTube video to help and to give out this information. Now remember, these are 5 key things from my experience. They can be different for different people. Number 1. PhD lasts mostly for 4 years. So you have a contract for 4 specific years where you have to finish your whole PhD. Now this is different from USA or in India or China, where PhD can last more than this. We also get a little bit of extension here for a couple of months, but mostly it's in 4 and 4.5 years. Number 2. In a PhD in these 4 years, in science specifically talking, you have to publish 4 papers in the whole PhD. So 1 chapter per year. Now a chapter turns into a research paper. So in science, usually people expect you to have 4 research articles at the end of a PhD, and then they go into your thesis. Now this can again be different from USA or other countries where people can just publish 1 paper. There can also be conditions where you only publish 1 or 2 but very high impact papers. But in general, 1 year converts to 1 research project, converts to 1 paper. Number 3, in Netherlands, you have a PhD as employment. It's not a studentship like in India or China, where or maybe in USA also, where you are actually called a student. Here as a PhD, you pay taxes and you are part of the system where you are called a researcher or employer of the government. And that helps you in many aspects of your job, where even when you start an industrial job after your PhD, you can count your PhD as a work experience. And this is where it helped me to get my current job, where my PhD was counted as a work experience and I started at a higher level compared to, let's say, somebody else from other country. Number 4, in Netherlands, you get a salary of around, if you're a Dutch, then you get a salary of 1900 net in hand from the first year, and then slowly increases to around somewhere around 2300 or 100 euros per year. If you're an expat, then you have a benefit of 30% ruling right now, so you get a little bit higher. So you make around 22 or 2100 from your first year. This could be again very different from different countries, but considering Netherlands standard, it's a pretty decent salary and it helps you to live a decent life during your PhD. And number 5, one and the last thing is, in Netherlands, when you graduate, you have a very big grand ceremony. Now mind you, this ceremony is not for you to really defend your PhD, and it's not that you would not get a PhD. Usually PhD thesis has been already approved before you reach that point where you are about to graduate, and you do this big, very famous, fancy ceremony. Now I'll show some pictures around where you can see how the ceremony looks like. But usually this ceremony is more of a show to celebrate your grand success of all these 4 years. Now you can click also on the link below where I show my graduation ceremony. Sadly, it happened online because of Corona. But if it happens in real life, then at least in Amsterdam, it happens in a very, very beautiful church. Now I personally think these 5 things are some key things that a PhD should know before they come to Netherlands to start a PhD or start their PhD in Netherlands if you're a Dutch. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you really like it, or if you anything in this content or in this order, then please let me know. I would be glad to share more information about my PhD life, and yeah, we'll be glad if you can hit the subscribe, like, and all that good stuff. Thank you.